All right, guys, what's up? What's up? What's up? All right, guys, commodities today. Been a little while. Been kind of boring. Nothing really going on. Today, that's not the case. Let's look at natural gas. Over the weekend, we had the gap up. Obviously, because we were just on this rally, and when you're on a rally, usually you continue up throughout the weekend. That's just the way natural gas is played, as you see on the daily. Rally, rally, rally. Huge red candle. I think the volatility for that is gone. I don't think we'll see any days of 50% moves or more, but it's definitely a possibility we could still get above 10%. I mean, UGAS and DGAS has always been like that, and now it's back to it's still moving faster than it normally would because people are playing it after this huge volatility market there. But as you may or may not remember, I remember playing natural gas last year this time or even like 6 months ago, and it was so slow during the day, so it's more of a swing trade opportunity. But we still got the volatility in there today. I was in DGAS still. I kind of had some averaging down to do. So what we are looking at on the hourly, I know we got a bunch of lines here. Let's see if I can just make a new chart. There we go. Ha. So you can see how I saw this. Okay, so you're looking at this chart right now, moving averages probably. So first thing I did this morning was I saw that we topped off here, sold off, and but then we had this bounce, like this bounce right here just on the 15-minute, that big green candle right there. So I was watching that, and I saw we came down to this area here. And why did we come down to this exact area right here? Well, that's because we had this support that was pretty strong before. So this is almost a little support zone, I would put right there. See, it didn't touch the very bottom, but it was in it. So if it touched the very bottom, you could have doubled down if you entered up here and then entered down here. Stop loss right below there. That's why we touched that area there. So that made sense. So I was looking like, where are we going to pull back to if this is truly on a downtrend? If we were truly on a downtrend, we would not break this area here because this is an old resistance. So that's why I put that there. See how the candles never closed above that? And these are just rejection wicks. So that's supply and demand. People said, whoa, that's too much. Let's get out. And then they brought it back down. And same with the bottom. They're like, oh, this is a good deal. Bring it back up. So I saw that. And then I looked over here to my left. And I was like, oh, that kind of makes sense over here as well. So it would probably be wise if we were looking at it. Let's see, where can we find an area where it touched multiple times? Right here. You see how it touched there? Right. Boom. There. Boom. See how it touched there? It never broke below there because it brought back up. So it never closed in that area. Over here as well, you can see it got rejected here a few times. If you wanted to make this even a little longer, you could, but I like it like this because look at touch here, touch over here. So that's where I saw all this. If the natural gas was truly going to trend down and not make another high, that is where it needed to top off. And if you look at the 15-minute, that's exactly where it did. Then I was at the 15-minute. All I did was I pretty much added every time. This is pure price action here. After we rejected and we sold off here, came down to this area here, double top right, or whatever, double bottom right here. So we needed to kind of just kill that zone there. So if you even look at, you can even do it at the 5-minute, which I never play the 5-minute, but for this you really can. When it came down to here, came back up as a pullback. As you see this old support here, now new resistance. I entered in DGAS a little bit more because this was my zone here. Entered in, not crazy, just like 10 shares because I was just making sure because I was still averaging down. Then back down here, touch here, came up to here, old support right here, became new resistance. It didn't even get all the way up. It just got the wicks. If you actually look on this here, look at it. It didn't even get there. So this thing was weak. And I saw that. And after I saw this red candle starting to form, I entered in DGAS again for here. Came back up, kind of did its thing there for a few minutes. And then just once it broke this, you knew it was going down. And people were asking me, oh, should I get into DGAS now? DGAS now with this huge red candle? I'm like, wait for a pullback. And they were so antsy because it just did this for like 30, 40 minutes. And then I entered actually or was that? Nope. Then I came back up to here. This I told them to enter in here because look at this. Old support, new resistance. Back down. It's just, it was perfect price action. Like it was so easy to play this today. It was like if everything could look like this, you would be a millionaire because this is so easy. It's like stupid. So down here, I did enter you guys, and the reason why was because we over. Oh, I don't even need to look at the 4 hour, 1 hour. Let me get this back to where it was. The reason I entered you guys down here was pretty basic. Right here, this is where we gapped up and we topped off right here. So that's an actual spot. Boom, right there. That's an actual spot where I was like, I actually entered in you guys and it was out of the money for like, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. I was out of the money for not even 10 minutes probably. And it rocketed up. And as soon as it came to this old support, I sold it. I actually sold it right here. And then it kind of pulled back pretty fast. And now it's kind of just rallying its way up, probably retracing. You might see you guys just playing out the rest of the day. I sold half of my DGAS position already down here. So we'll see what happens. I will probably hold DGAS overnight, but I'm not telling you to. The trend is down. I think we're going to have a retracement up. And if we use a Fibonacci right here to here, I think we're going to come back right. Yeah, that would make sense. Look at this old support. That would be beautiful, too, if it came back right in this area here. And we saw a bounce right there. Right at the, I guess I don't even need that. Now I got too many lines. I'll just leave it as the Fibonacci. But that would be wonderful. I'll just leave it there for tomorrow. Right there, the 382, maybe a little above it, the 50. It could even go up to the 50%, but the 382, 50% area, pretty much between there is the old support. 3.475 when it's a natural gas versus US dollar futures, CFDs. So it's a little bit different numbers, whatever that is. You can look at your charts, the same thing. But that'd be beautiful. If it came up to there and got rejected again, that would be nice. Enter in. I'm going to still hold DGAS because it could just tumble down and fill this gap. Half position DGAS. But if it comes up to here, I'll just add my other half. With the reports coming out tomorrow, most likely what will happen, if we retrace up, I think the report will be bearish and will tank. If we fill the gap, then we're guaranteed to have a bullish report because that's just usually how it does. It does the opposite of what it has done during the day. So if it's high during the day, the report comes out, it'll probably crash. If it's low during the day, it'll probably spike up. Not saying it's kind of a flip of a coin. It's computers just reading like reports and all that crap. So as of right now, we're just kind of trailing up, retracing a little bit. Probably nothing new for the end of the day. Probably actually beat you guys if you want to play it right now to the end of the day. All right, now that we get that out of the way, let's look at, there's all my zones. Haha, same thing. See, we just made them again. It's just cleaner. Actually, sometimes I'll just make a new chart so I can just erase all that crap and it gets me fresh in the zone. Todd. All right, looking at U.S. oil, we had this spike up here. I have been in U.S. oil since yesterday. I entered in down here. This was my buy zone, just as it's always been. I don't know why I have a Fibonacci right here. Probably because I was just waiting for it to. I'll come to the 618, and I got denied at the 6. See, that's cool. Fibonacci denied at the 618. What's going on here, dude? 618, and it got denied there, came back, but then it broke, and you knew it was on an uptrend. I entered in back down here. I didn't like how it's rejecting right here. This needs to close above this area, the 52,263, and you need to see a bounce off of it in the 15-minute. What is up with this? Stop it. Stop it. So what we need to see, pretty much is what we're seeing now. I mean, it's kind of just sporadic. I don't really like how that's going. We need to see it. Right now, we're kind of peaking out. I sold. I'm not going to – I just sold. I don't really – I want to see – this needs to pull back. This is freaking way overextended. This needs to pull back, and it needs to bounce. It can bounce here. That'd be fine. That'd be a healthy pullback, or even the 52,343 is a nice pullback. That would be great, actually. You could definitely make that an actual zone right here. See how that's a strong one. Let's see. Boom. 52,357. Probably 358 would be a little bit better. 359. That's what I'm talking about. 359. I'm waiting for it to get to there and see the bounce. Let's make it a cool number. Whatever. 35936. 36, yeah. All right. Trying to have it lined up so it's like there. So this candle will line up. Yeah, wicks, 3, 5, 6, 4. I want to see it come down here and bounce. But if we still close above it, I mean, still confirming that U.S. oil is on a trend. If not, it's kind of doing a double top right here. It's overextended. I'm not just going to join the rally like all three people do. That's U.S. oil. U.S. oil is bullish, but wait for it to pull back. Okay, here S&P. Let's look at gold. Nice. About time. Freaking, it was making me. I'm shorting gold futures. I shorted gold futures up here because that's what I always do. I've done it every single time, and it's been great. A little out of the money, never out of the money. This one was a little frustrating, but it's fine. I just held it because I knew that this was overextended. And back at it. So I shorted gold here, and then I waited, and then I was kind of like, I want to add to my position, but then it crashed, and I was like, okay, well, let's see if it's truly on a downtrend. It will get rejected. Again, price action at the old support. Added here, came down, then we came back up to here, and I was kind of frustrated. I'm like, why the frick are we doing this? And I realized it was power hour. So I was like, oh, that would make sense. So down to here again, I'll probably take profit. I'll probably cut half my position on futures and let it ride out. I think we're going to sell off. I'm going to hold JDST overnight. Just me. So if gold would be more of an uptrend, we'd have to break this and close above it and bounce off of it, like we kind of did over here for a little while. But for those shorting gold, take profit. You could either, it's going to bounce here exactly. That's probably where I'll take profit on my futures. Will be right here in the 1291. And this is, like I said, gold versus US dollar. So right here, that's going to be a support. And then definitely down here, you're going to want to, but this is a buy zone for gold in this 1289 to 1288 area, whatever that is on gold futures. So same chart. It's just different numbers a little bit. They're off by like 5 or 6. So that is gold. I am in JDST. I'm going to hold that overnight. Son of a nutcrackers, right? All right, last one. We'll look at the SPY here, guys. Just looking at the SPY. Rallying up. Don't short this. Whatever you do, don't short this. Don't short it. I'm actually going to sell my call because this is kind of silly. Yeah, whatever. $50. Who cares? I've been buying calls out. I've been kind of buying calls. Kind of risky, but I have a very. I mean, it made sense, especially on the 5-minute, which you shouldn't. Oh God, that looks ugly. But I'm not gonna look at the 5-minute. That makes me look stupid. All right. So what I was doing, we're just rounding up. So once we had this pullback here, I was like, yeah, finally. Pulled back perfectly to this old resistance here. I've had this line here forever. So the reason I've had that line there forever is, let's see here. Why have I had that line there forever? That's the question. Where are we? So if we zoom over a little bit, why have I had that line there? Where are we? 26. No, that's too far. I have too many lines. I need to redraw this. Okay, so we're right here. So the reason I have that line there is mainly because of this area over here. Touched in here, bounced off, touched in here, bounced off. And that is the 26.29. So that's going to be a pretty big chop zone. 26.29. I believe I spoke about it in a video prior. Ice cream truck outside my house. Yep. Ice cream truck in Florida here, guys. It's like 50 degrees. People are buying ice cream. Guess natural gas is going to go up, as we predicted. Yeah, I'm going to, you know what? New chart. We're going to look at this the right way. New chart. That's how I roll. 25, 26. Let's pretend like we have no idea where we are right now. Let's just get in the idea of, what the heck? Getting the idea on the 4-hour because that's how we roll. So we're right here. It's pretty simple. Wow, we are right on that. If you wanted the short right now, that would be freaking perfect. That's right now is a short. Right now is a short. Everybody just calling it out right now. So we should see a rejection at 26.24. And if we don't, we're going to rally up to here. By far, 20. Whoa, what? 26.68. No, not that high. Well, actually, that would make sense. This is kind of like a chop zone here. It's more like a. Okay, so that's like a zone there. It's like a short zone, 26.31, 26.24. That makes sense. It's like a little buy zone. Should be a short zone for us right now. We should short it down to 26, probably 10, And if we were to actually look at where we would actually short it down, that's going to be an area there. 25.86. And we held that area really strong for a while. 26.12. We should see a bounce at 26.12 if we short it down right now. If we don't, and the market's like, fuck you, we're going to rally up. Then we're probably going to head up to, as I put this first, 26.69. Yep, 26.69. Touch there, touch there, touch there. 26.69. In the meantime, 26.30 has to break. Once 26.30 breaks, 26.69. I think there's 26.50. For some reason, I feel like that was an actual area. Huh. I guess right here would be another one. See, now we're making so many of these things. I like to do the major ones, though. So the major ones would be an actual zone. So that's an actual, this is an actual zone. That's a major one, this entire area. Whereas then these are just little supports there. So let's take a look at where we are over here now. The 15-minute. And we got rejected at 26.94. And now we're getting shorted down. Ah, perfect. So once we do that, a bounce down here would be a healthy pullback. We bounce down to this area. That makes sense. That'd be a healthy pullback and then rally back up if we're in a strong bull market. So that is what we should see coming around the mountain. All right. 26.18 as well. Let's see. Why did I make 26.18? I don't know. 26.18, probably because it topped off there on the 1 hour. Or maybe it was a 15-minute. Yeah. Huh. Oh, well. Anyways, guys, 26.13 is going to be your one. And let's look at a few other stocks here. I know silver is looking at PayPal. The reason why, this is a good reason why, too. It's way overextended. It is freaking like at its all-time highs. Same thing with like if you look at the other gym. I'm actually shorting down that gym company that makes no sense. They ship pizza to their people. What's that called? Oh, not LA Fitness. Planet Fitness. They're doing great too, but they're at all-time highs in a bear market pretty much. So I'm shorting that down too. But this is great. This is a perfect rejection. He waited for the confirmation. It came up here, got rejected by this old support here. This is 5 minutes. I don't really like looking at it, but you get the idea. Got rejected here, came down, bounced off this old support, came up here. This was a tough one right here because it came up all the way to $91. I doubled down, added another short here, or put, because if it came up here and broke this pivot here, it would be actually uptrending. So we need to stay below this. We need to close below this 90.58, and that would confirm an absolute downtrend. But as of right now, you shouldn't be buying this up. You should be shorting it down because it is failing to make higher highs and it's just making lower lows. So let's see here. Another fun one to short today is my man Tesla, my boys over there in the Tesla company, not making any money, but everyone loves them. Because if you drive a Tesla, you're cool. Even though it sounds way cooler driving a Mustang. Whatever. Anyways, right here, this has been my short spot. So I just kind of held it, took profit, came back up, shorted, held it, take profit, short it, take profit. And then I just stopped buying it because I was playing natural gas. So, but this is pretty strong resistance at the 350.22. If we close below that, we're probably going to be on not a downtrend, because Tesla's definitely not a downtrend, but we should see a pullback. Where will we pull back to? Probably right here. That'd be wonderful. 346. So Tesla is headed to 346 next. We might see that tomorrow, guys. 346, and then you can buy it back up because it is on an uptrend. So that's that, dudes. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll let you guys go. I'm going to head to the gym. Peace out, guys.